In the heart of the Lone Star State, where the river flows clear and history intersects with modern life. This is San Marcos, Texas. With a population of more than 65,000 people, San Marcos boasts a unique multicultural heritage and history. San Marcos, where past, present, and future converge. First up, we're speaking with a friend of mine who knows everything there is to know about San Marcos. I'm Michael Davies, and the fun starts right now on Sights, Bites, and Frights. Sarah Smith, social media specialist from the city of San Marcos. What is your job?
My job is social media and marketing, promoting how cool San Marcos is as a place to visit, and talk about some of the cool history and culture and natural areas here.
Nice, and that is exactly why we're here today, to talk about all of the above.
Absolutely.
What is your favorite park?
Ooh, I like Upper Purgatory Creek the best, I believe.
What's so special about that park?
I like that, one, it's ADA compliant, so you can take pretty much all activity levels out there to explore, and you're going fairly far without having to go deep into a natural area. It winds back a lot.
It feels like you're like secluded, but you're right in the city.
Mm-hmm.
You're not originally from San Marcos, are you?
No, sir.
But you are a native Texan.
Yes.
Okay, so what brought you here to San Marcos, and what keeps you here?
I came for a campus visit here at Texas State University when I was shopping around for different universities in Texas to go to, and we made it on Aquarina Springs right over by the side of us, right over the San Marcos River, and I was sold. I knew I was going to move here immediately, and I came in 2010 and I've stayed ever since.
Where are we today, and why is this significant?
This is the Meadow Center, and behind us is Spring Lake, and it is significant in a lot of ways. Historically, it's considered the longest continuously inhabited site in North America. It's roughly more than 13,000 years old, this site.
Wow!
Very cool, historically rich site that we have here.
That goes back to the last ice age, technically.
Yes.
Science. School. Stay in school. One thing about San Marcos and Texas in general is that there's a lot of paranormal and creepy, scary stories. Crybaby Cemetery, that sounds kind of creepy and unsettling.
Yeah, a lot of people that live near Crybaby Cemetery over the ages have said that there are sounds of babies crying that come from the cemetery overnight. Crying babies during the day is scary enough, but at night it's extra creepy.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
We're gonna end on a more fun note. What is the deal with Kissing Alley? Like, why is there a Kissing Alley in this town? Is it really appropriately named?
Yes, it was. And since then it's been kind of formalized, and also there's been some art and stuff that's been installed in Kissing Alley. And it also is home to some really cool like concert series and stuff. It's just a really quaint alley.
So they do concerts and weddings and all kinds of stuff down there?
There's also a little Q-pig. It's a little pig with bows and arrows to get lovers that are hanging out in Kissing Alley.
Wow, that sounds cool. All right, I'm gonna listen to the voiceover guy for 1 second. Coming up right now, the iconic Kissing Alley. And we're gonna head there right now. This is Kissing Alley. And yeah, it's appropriately named. When the kids would come spilling out of the bars, this is where they would go to make out. A lot of babies were made here. And now it's the location of this iconic mural where everybody who comes to San Marcos takes their selfie. Unlock the secrets of nature's masterpiece at the Meadow Center in San Marcos, Texas, where brilliance meets the wild, where even the turtles wear cowboy hats. They don't actually do that.
I'm Miranda Waite, and I'm the Deputy Director of the Spring Lake Education Program here at the Meadow Center for Water and the Environment.
Water and the environment. Can you tell me what all of that means? Like, what do you do here, and where are we?
We are in San Marcos on Spring Lake. It is a man-made lake here at the headwaters of the San Marcos River.
What am I looking at?
So we are looking at the bottom of Spring Lake. We'll see kind of remnants of the old riverbed, which is, you see these fallen down trees. Those have been down there since the 1800s.
A fish!
You see one? Oh my gosh. Just like a child. So we're here. Here's our kind of first set of springs right here. This is cream of wheat.
No way!
And you'll notice a lot of this like dark matter that's around it.
Yeah.
We are in a major drought right now, so if you come out here, whenever we've had lots and lots of rain, this whole area will be just sandy, springy bubbles. And we call it cream of wheat because this whole little field looks like the cereal cream of wheat.
From an astrophysics point of view, dark matter, terrifying. We heard that it stays like the same temperature all year long at like a comfortable 72, is that correct?
Yeah.
How is that possible?
That Edwards Aquifer keeps that water at a constant temperature. So that water is being stored underground. It's like when you go into a cave, it's cooler than it is outside.
Okay.
Same with that water. It's just being held underneath the Earth's surface.
So that's geothermal.
Yes. And
Right.
that's why when you go to New Braunfels and you go to Barton Springs, it's like 69 degrees. It's a little bit cooler just because of where it is in the aquifer.
We're not going there. It's too cold. I'm not doing that.
But
I have a bottom and it's 70. And if yours is 72, golden.
yesterday we saw a snapping turtle tearing apart an egret, which is kind of sad, but circle of life.
I'm gonna go tear apart something later
when
today.
you get some lunch.
When we hit the pub, yeah, exactly. Tear into some chicken wings, maybe a burger.
Go to tap room.
We are hitting the tap room, absolutely, and you'll see us stumbling out of there later tonight on our way to our Uber. There's history here, isn't there?
Our local Coltecan group believe that they came from these springs when they came to Mother Earth, like landside. When they came from the underworld to the outer world, they came out at Spring Lake through the spring openings. Right where that boat is right there, they believe they came out of that spring, which we call Deep Hole. And then they came out into the shores and danced whenever they got pulled out.
And that's the Native American heritage around this
Yeah.
part?
Mm-hmm.
Those turtles?
Those are turtles.
Are they doing it?
They are sunbathing.
What?
So like almost like every single surface that you see, there's turtles sitting on them.
This is the highest concentration of a certain type of turtle in the universe, I heard.
I don't know about the universe.
On the planet,
I think
maybe?
There are over 5,000 turtles marked here in Spring Lake. That one buoy has like 2, and then there's none on those.
They're just chilling.
I wonder what makes that one the best buoy.
It might be a David buoy. What do they eat?
Depends which turtle you're looking at. So these guys, they're
That stands to reason.
mostly river cooters or red-eared sliders, and they are omnivorous, which means they eat plant and animal matter,
Like bugs and...
bugs and fish and whatever they can find to stick in their mouths. Yeah.
They'll eat whatever they can stick in their mouths, huh?
Yeah, they're pretty opportunistic.
I know a couple of people that are like that too. They make good money. Miranda, this has been educational. I don't usually like to learn, but today I learned. If people want to come visit, what's the website? Where's the information, phone number, all that?
ExploreSpringLake.org is a quick and easy website link.
Coming up after the break.
I met Ray at a magical time in my life when I needed a job.
I've had that magical time too. Right now, we're heading to Ray's Ice Cream in downtown San Marcos, where sweet moments and frozen delights come together to create a symphony of flavor. From classic favorites to innovative creations, Ray's is your destination for an unforgettable ice cream experience.
I met Ray at a magical time in my life when I needed a job.
I've had that magical time too.
She loved this shop profusely, and then she did fall in love with a doctor who lived in Chicago.
You know how many times I've heard that story?
You know, the classic.
Classic
story.
fall in love with the Chicago doctor. Kind of a cliche now.
And I didn't change the name of the location, you know, obviously. This is Ray's Ice Cream. Credit where credit is due.
Lindsay, I gotta tell you, that's a really cool story, and I'm glad that you're doing that, and I think that's what's unique about this city, is that kind of attitude. It's about the town, it's about the people, and continuing on traditions and heritages, and
Careful, you're sounding like a local.
this is like a town of hidden gems. Every place I go to, I'm like, oh, this is a hidden gem.
Yeah, don't tell anyone.
Don't tell anyone, nobody, please, don't come to San Marcos, ever. I wanna eat some ice cream.
Okay, what's your poison? No, you shouldn't say that. What's your flavor? Where's it happen? You know?
Listen, if I'm gonna, here, I'm gonna get out here. If I'm gonna pick a go-to,
Well, I can tell you what you are if you'd like.
I'm a mint chocolate chip guy.
Interesting.
Or a Hill Country vanilla guy.
You know, of all my
You
years.
didn't see that.
I did not.
You?
of all
What
my-
did you peg me?
I thought you were a coffee Oreo.
Whoa!
Which is an amazing cold brew espresso concentrate, delicious, phenomenal ice cream. I either thought that, or a person of such class, maybe goat cheese and raspberry jam.
There's the kid inside of me that thinks the circus animal cookie is the way to go.
Well, it would satisfy the kid inside of you. If I did it right, it should taste exactly like your childhood. It should be sweet and delicious.
That's usually how I'm described. Sweet and delicious.
Nice.
Let's do this. Let's do a circus animal cookie. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay.
Sure.
Here we go. The texture is what really gets me. Flavor is fantastic, but it's a birthday cake. We had a kid flavor. What is the most adult flavor that you can throw at me?
This is the goat cheese and raspberry jam. It should taste like a cheesecake, kind of like a goat cheese cake. Yeah.
Well played, sir. Let's see. Here we go. Oh my God!
Oh, you can call me Lindsay.
You nailed it.
Yes.
Wow. Good. That's like, I would honestly say, that hits the child in me as well as the adult in me. We talked about the ice cream. We've eaten a lot of ice cream. It is outstanding ice cream.
Yes.
Let's talk about the town. There's some characters around town.
You know, there's a lot of different theories about what draws the interesting folks to San Marcos, but a lot of people would say that it's probably the fountain of youth that flows through town. We have the San Marcos River, and this has actually been the longest inhabited place in North America. Don't quote me on that.
Between 12 and 14,000 years ago.
Precisely, yes.
Science.
I didn't want to nerd y'all with numbers, but...
Oh, I will. I'll do this all day.
Sure. So the fountain of youth flows through town, so it makes everybody young again. And with youth comes character.
From dessert, we go to our main course. Yep, we are doing this out of order on this episode. It made sense when we were planning the shoot, so yeah. Right now, we're headed to the tap room. The tap room has a saying, we're not just a bar, we're your destination for an unforgettable craft beer experience. From bold IPAs to rich stouts and crisp lagers, the tap room has a beer selection as diverse as the Texas Hill Country itself. Whoa, look at those! Juicy, delicious, mouth-watering patties. The burgers will knock your off. As much as they're known for their beers, this place is 100% kick-ass burger joint. Oh, also, the food is outstanding.
Introduce me to this delightful deliciousness.
Here we have our 420 burger special. It's a half-pound burger with Swiss cheese, fried egg, chipotle, raspberry, aioli, and a donut.
I'm diving into a burger that's made out of a donut. Oh, this is the sloppiest thing I've ever eaten. Okay.
Let me get you a napkin.
That is crazy. I never would have thought a glazed donut could be made into a burger with a fried egg. This is unbelievable. I have never, if you put something on your bucket list, it has to be this. It's sweet, it's spicy, it's juicy, it's cheesy, it's eggy, it's meaty. It has everything you want in a burger that you didn't know you wanted in a burger. I can't believe I ate a donut burger.
Coming up after the break,
This,
June 6th.
this was in D-Day. Like, this is a D-Day plane.
This is the D-Day airplane. It was the lead airplane of 840 airplanes.
if you're into history or just an airplane enthusiast, San Marcos has you covered. This is the Commemorative Air Force.
I'm with Tim Black. He's with the Commemorative Air Force, and we're at the Central Texas Wing.
CAF is a commemorative Air Force. Our headquarters is in Dallas, Texas, and there are over 84 units around the United States and a couple overseas of the commemorative Air Force. There are over almost 20,000 members of the commemorative Air Force.
Oh, wow. All ex-servicemen, by the way?
No,
Okay.
they're civilians, they're people who never been in the military, they're veterans, they're people who have been in the military, so it's a total It's a volunteer organization. The only paid is the staff or the headquarters staff in Dallas. Everybody else, we have almost 200 members of our wing here in San Marcos. Everybody's a volunteer.
So I'm looking around and I see a lot of planes. How many do you have here, and do they all work?
Yes, they all work. And we have 8 airplanes. We have a P-39 Aero Cobra. We did a Lend-Lease with Russia. They really like the airplane. They get quite a few of the airplanes, and we gave them so many in this Lend-Lease program that Russia claims they made the airplane, which is not true. So fact check.
Oh, those Russians.
We have a BT-13, which was a beginning trainer in World War II. Then we have the T-6 behind me here, Texan. When you come to our hangar here in San Marcos, we say you step back in time, because you come through those doors and it's like 1940s.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said to these guys. The Douglas C-47 Skytrain is a military transport aircraft developed from the civilian Douglas DC-3 airliner. It was used extensively by the Allies during World War II, mainly for troop transport, cargo, and paratrooper deployment. That's how you get in a plane.
This airplane was the lead airplane of over 840 C-47s that dropped paratroopers at D-Day at Normandy in World War II on June 6th.
This was in D-Day. Like, this is a D-Day plane.
This is the D-Day airplane. It was the lead airplane of 840 airplanes.
I noticed these seats, which are barely seats.
They're called bucket seats.
Bucket seats.
You can see that it's basically a place to sit down. You have a lap belt around you. So you got 18, 19-year-old, 20-year-olds who've never been in combat. They've never made a night jump probably. They're jumping into combat behind enemy lines for the first time. You can imagine how they thought when they climbed aboard. They hooked their parachute up, it's a static line, to this wire. Then they line up and they each check each other's equipment. So it's like stand up, hook up, shuffle to the door. They lined up. You can see on the back there's a little light box with it'll have a red light, and then it goes to yellow when they're about to jump, and when it goes green, the jump master who's back there says go, and they just shuttle out, jump out the airplane, and they're out.
When you're in San Marcos, you have to come to this museum. If for no other reason, it's to preserve history, but this is just magnificent. The planes are beautiful, well preserved. Everybody needs to come here and just spend a couple hours, talk to Tim, talk to the other people, and check out the museum. The C-47 remained in frontline service with various military operators for many years. And they are still as impressive today as they were 80 years ago. After looking at stuff and talking to a person, you can really work up an appetite. So, let's go back down to the square and see if we can't scare up some grub. Oh look, an establishing shot of the root cellar. Let's eat there. What am I eating?
The bourbon pecan chicken with garlic scallion mashed potatoes and sauteed green beans.
And what are you having?
I'm having the shrimp and grits, which is my all-time favorite.
Shrimp
anywhere
and
I
grits?
go. It's very southern. Very.
Yeah, I'll
this
say.
This is my comfort food.
I was gonna say, you from Louisiana/Tennessee?
So my dad's from North Carolina.
Okay.
South Carolina. He's from.
One of the Carolinas.
He's from South, but like it's so close to North that it's the same. He lives
Border.
in Charleston.
Yeah. Okay.
So, cheddar grits and eggs are like my comfort food. Like. So
why do you need comfort right now? Are you emotionally unsettled?
It's just been too long. Yeah, I'm on camera. This is a dream. I'm a chef. This is why. But yeah, it's my favorite. Oh God, and it's hot too and cheesy.
Oh, look at the gooey. Yeah, see, that's the money shot right there.
I'm just gonna use a fork because that's the right. It was healthy. So good. You guys did great. It was so good. Thank you.
Let me
get in there.
Let me get a little bit. I'm gonna get some of the chorizo.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go.
That chorizo, right? It's a little salty, a little meaty.
The chorizo does it.
Yeah. You can't go back now.
Wow, it's like I can't even describe what, it's so many different things. Is it a soup? Is it a stew?
Yes.
Is it a this,
It's
that?
a porridge
It's
in
everything.
some ways.
It's
yes.
porridge, yeah.
A little bit, yeah. It's like warm, it fills you up.
This is, anybody can eat this.
Yeah.
Anybody can afford this.
Yeah.
But it's still, the presentation, outstanding.
I almost don't want to eat it because it looks beautiful, but I'm gonna.
Almost.
Almost being the operative word.
Yeah.
So, okay, Ryan, you getting in on that one. Okay, let's get, oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
Real
let's,
saucy.
one up.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Do you like?
That is the juiciest chicken I have ever tasted.
It's surprisingly juicy.
And that bourbon glaze is so good. There is a lot of flavor in there.
There is.
You have a lot of things going on. I'm not kidding.
It packs a punch.
I know, I'm trying to pinpoint everything. It's like, oh, it's this,
It's
it's
like
this, it's this.
sweet, and then you got your vinegar with the mustard,
Oh my
and
God,
then
the mustard is
bourbon.
dancing in there.
Yeah. Little texture in there.
Yeah, you have truly created an awesome chicken.
Thank you. And
Dish.
it's chicken, right? Like, you have to
be-
find a way to jazz it up a little. But if you can find simple ways to make it good, like, it kind of elevates it.
You have created the dream food. Funny story about a scary story in this building. There is a horse ghost.
We have a theory.
Okay.
Yes. Our theory is that it used to be, and we're pretty sure it used to be a horse livery. Livery, that's a word.
Yeah, that's old-timey for stables.
So there was a horse elevator and they would take like grain up on one level and the horses were on this level. So we've had experiences where people have felt like something breathing here, nudging or like biting, like just something kind of like chomping.
Okay.
I have yet to experience that, but I do believe the people who have.
It's the horse ghost?
Allegedly.
Taking some
just
bites?
taking little chunks, yeah.
Okay.
But at the same time, I mean, it is a very old building.
Yeah, no, and
Yeah.
old buildings are haunted.
Yeah, yeah. What's your theory with like hauntings? I have okay, this is gonna sound super weird. My theory with hauntings is that it's some sort of weird fitting between time. Because you know, there's a theory that like time is happening all at once.
Science.
And we just, thank you, that's not, it's just science. So quantum physics says everything's happening all at once at the same time. We just experience
Affirmative.
it linearly. So what we're experiencing isn't necessarily like a ghost, like an entity. It's just you're experiencing time at the same time and it just kind of rubs up against each other. Am I gonna sound like a crazy person on television? Is this what I just did to myself?
I don't know. Does a crazy person say all that crazy that you just said? If yes, then yes. Coming up after the break,
There's nothing sadder than when someone serves you cold butter. I mean, there are obviously worse things in the world, but like,
Name one. I love this, by the way.
the food, yes. The crazy theories about this.
Listen, crazy theories aside, there's got to be something. Your theory is the closest, and I watch a lot of TV
Yeah.
and a lot of UFO shows and stuff as
Yeah.
research for all the shows that I've worked on over the years. That's actually
It makes sense,
a
right?
pretty good theory. The
Without-
logic is there.
Yeah.
I don't know if the science is there.
There's so much we don't know. So I can't say one way or the other. I'm not gonna
You know what?
believe
There's
it.
so much that I know.
Yeah.
So,
Aliens, what do you think?
okay, now, statistically speaking, and they've done some math on this, that there, in our Milky Way galaxy, there are between 2 and 6 advanced civilizations. And we're clearly one of them.
Yeah.
The thing is, they're either too far advanced to communicate with us, or they're too far away for us to communicate with them.
Yeah.
But between 2 and
they're
6.
staying away. They're like, no. Y'all get it together and then we'll talk. You want to try this waffle?
Yeah, I do want to try this waffle.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Maybe. So all the delicious butter has melted, so it's nice and gooey.
Oh, see, that's why I had to let it sit for a second. I do not condone hard
Do
butter.
Cold butter. Thank you. There's nothing sadder than when someone serves you cold butter with your hot bread, and then
Yeah.
you have to like try to scrape it
Uh-huh.
on there, and your bread falls apart, and you're just like, cool.
100%.
I mean, there are obviously worse things in the world, but like,
Name one.
this is Belgian waffle we have a chicken thigh that is breaded and seasoned. We've got a sriracha honey on there, and then a honey butter.
What?
Get in there. I'm all like,
Okay.
I mean, and we also make our syrup from scratch too.
Okay,
so
I gotta put some syrup
you're
on
also Canadian, so like, please be gentle.
Yeah.
I know you have.
You know what? I grew up getting the syrup out of the tree.
I feel like
we would
you have.
stick a thing in a tree.
I have a theory about syrup. Okay, so.
What don't you have a theory about?
I know. Here's my thing. I like to think about food stuff. So syrup is all about nostalgia.
Well,
so
you're a chef.
Whatever you grew up with is what you want. So if you grew up with like homemade, grade A from the tree maple syrup, you detest the corn syrup, right?
I can't stand it.
If you grew up with the corn syrup Aunt Jemima, Mrs. Butterworth, you detest the fresh maple syrup.
From the tree.
Because it's nostalgia. It's not the taste of it. You just want to taste like you did, like you want that
You want to put
feeling.
childhood in your mouth.
That's what you want.
I hope that's not offensive.
No, I think it's just truth. I think like
Fair
you
enough.
just say that and
Look at this giant bite.
Yeah.
Look at this. A piece.
that's a big bite.
I'm not messing around.
No, you're not.
I wanted to get all this
All the
stuff in
things,
one thing.
All the component parts. It's like you're psyching yourself over like, I'm gonna do this.
I'm gonna do
I'm gonna eat
this.
this big bite. I was like,
Oh my God.
a little spicy, a little sweet, a little crunchy, a little salty. Hits all the points.
Check.
Yeah.
Check. All of the above.
Right?
Whoa.
Like I said, it just hits all the little flavor profiles, right? But they all get to play their own part.
You have hit it out of the park with this.
Thank you.
You really have. I feel like all your food hits it out of the park. I want you to know that. This is delicious. This is a wonderful place to eat. But this is probably one of the most unique breakfast dishes I've ever had. And I need people all over the world to come here to the Root Cellar and eat your chicken and waffles because
Thank you.
it is a game changer. It really is.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm full and I'm gonna eat some more.
I'm just gonna eat it.
Eating this.
San Marcos is one of my absolute favorite places to visit in Texas. Great restaurants, lots of family activities, tons of beers and live entertainment. They've got the river, the university, and a boatload of history. Next time you plan a trip to Texas, put San Marcos on your list. I'm Michael Davies. Thanks for watching Sights, Bites, and Frights. We'll see you on the next episode.